Hello, I'm filmmaker Archie Wright.
Hello, and I'm ball painter Tim Baker.
Where tradition turns into stories, and stories turn into laughter. Stay tuned because this is the Shrovetide Podcast Season 2.
They all play hard, they all play well, but there's always stories to be told. That is why I have the great honor to say, Archie Wright and Tim Baker, are you ready for the stories? Who will the guest be today? When the ball is robbed in red, white and blue, and the Englishman tries his best, the players get stories, which is why we are here. Archie Wright and Tim Baker. Who is the guest today?
So Bino, you've not goaled a ball, but you still have two Shrovetide balls. So how did you get these Shrovetide balls?
Well, the one you've got there, Archie, that was a close friend, very close friend of mine, Sean Griffin, passed away, and it was in his possession, and his family actually gave it to me. And the story behind that ball is, it was when Sean moved into his little cottage at the back of Cheddar Gorge 50 years ago, he opened the kitchen sink and it was literally just sat underneath the kitchen sink. And he kept it for years. Obviously nobody came forward to claim it. It wasn't, he never kept it a secret or anything. It was there for anybody to come collect. Nobody did. And when he passed away, it was a beautiful thing. His daughter Christine, she asked me if I'd like it, and that's how I kept it. That's how I kept it.
Brilliant.
I think it's been repainted though, hasn't it?
Yes, yeah, it was repainted. I got my father-in-law Stuart Avery to repaint it in a more traditional way, because it had some transfers and everything, and it didn't really say who goaled it or anything like that.
Sort of puts its history back.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So if people look at it, you can give them a bit more insight into it. This one, incredible story. I was working for a furniture recycling place, and I went down to a property in Mayfield to collect a settee. Went to get the settee, and it was a friend of mine, Mick Feely's house, and he got a skip in the driveway. It was and it was full, and it had got some plant pots, daft as it sounds, that I'd got in my garden. So I said, flipping at Mick, or words to that effect, have you got, can I have them plant pots out your skip? Yeah mate, no problem. So I jumped on the skip, pulls a plant pot to one side, and just saw the top of a Shrovetide ball. So I ripped it out the skip. I says, flipping at me, or words to that effect, the Shrovetide ball here. And he says, yeah mate, it's been in the shed for 40 years. Nobody's bothered about it. And I says, can I have it? And he says, of course you can, Bino. So that van never went so quick back up Mayfield Road with this impressing. I did a bit of digging myself and found it really difficult, so I got in touch with Tim, the guru, and we did some investigating, and Tim very kindly found out the history about it. And it's got quite a big history, because it was a 1917 ball, and it was First World War, and they had a bit of a ruling that there was only to be one ball played in respect to the guys that were out in the fields fighting for the country. So this got turned up by Joseph Harrison, and it was goaled by Herbert Souter quite quickly. And because it was goaled quite quickly, Joseph Harrison offered to buy it back and turn it up again. So it got turned up again, and later that evening it was goaled again by Albert Souter, the brother of Herbert. So it is the only ball to to be goaled by two brothers on the same day at the same goal.
Amazing.
So that's quite a story behind it.
And we've just had a Souter ball, haven't we? Get sold in Truro
Yes.
in an auction.
Yeah. And I did get a little bit of stick from people who was trying to claim the ball, but in a fantastic twist of fate, after I'd found the ball, I had two grandsons born into the Souter family, who were relation to Peter and Albert. So eventually, it will actually go back into the Souter family. So that was a perfect end to a good
Or is
story.
that sort of like the agreement you struck up with them?
Yeah, my daughter's claimed it, mate.
Right.
As soon as I turn my toes up, this is hers. so yeah, my daughter's already claimed that.
Wonderful.
So yeah, it's a really, really good all-round story.
Amazing. So, you and I are distantly related through
We are.
through our connection with the Burtons.
Yes.
And you being a wrong cupboards, the Burtons being a wrong cupboards, I'm ashamed to say they're probably revolving in the graves that I'm a downer, but that's just the way it is.
Well,
how does it feel how do you feel as a Shrovetider to be part of that great clan?
well, again, it's all thanks to you, really, Tim, because I knew very little of this until we got talking. And
So we did the family tree, wasn't
absolutely,
it?
mate. Yeah. So as soon as you started coming out with all these distant relations, I knew my granny was a Burton.
Yes.
Amy Burton.
Correct. Which was my great granny's sister.
Yes, and but I didn't know anything from that, really. I didn't know how the Burtons were all related. So when you started coming out with all these, it absolutely filled me with pride. Especially when you look at the success they had back in the day.
Yeah, they did.
It's an incredible.
I'm a downer, obviously, but I'm still proud of what Joseph did.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
My granddad, great-granddad Neddy Burton played for years but never goal won.
Yeah.
We're in the throes at the moment of trying to find out what John Burton, 90 Burton, that was Joseph's dad, obviously gold a ball, but the Roll of Honour doesn't yet pick that out.
Right.
We've got a photograph of him holding a leather ball like that is obviously gold, you can tell, but we don't know when and what, but we're trying to work that out as we speak.
Well, that'll be interesting. That'll be great. I really feel honoured to be part of that clan.
Likewise,
really.
mate, likewise.
So, can you tell us, well, from what you remember, when the first time you played Shrovetide was?
Yes, I can. Probably first time. Well, actually, I've got a little story. I touched the ball when I was about 9 months old, because back in the day, it was obviously a lot smaller. The game was in them days, and my mum took me down in the pram, and the ball got tossed about Shawcroft, and this is my mum's story. She said, an almighty throw, and it come all the way, and my mum I could see it coming, I'd come and see it, and it dropped straight in the pram.
Amazing.
So it was actually on my knee, so my mum grabbed hold of the ball and threw it out, and obviously run off out the way because of the marauding clan that was coming towards her. But but my actual, probably about 15, I can remember first starting to have a proper go at it, and it was obviously, as Tim will tell you, it was a very, very different game then. Very, very different game. Some would say better, but it is what it is. It's modern day Shrovetide. But back in the day, it was very much a more fun game, if you like. A lot of people take the game too seriously nowadays.
Too competitive.
Too competitive, yeah. It is more like a professional sport rather than a game that we can all enjoy, and we still do all enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, it's still fantastic. We still all get goosebumps once Christmas is out of the way and the build up to it. But yeah, probably about 15 years of age when I first started playing properly. This little skinny runner that couldn't really do a lot, but just enjoyed it.
You obviously played a lot of sport. You played football a lot, didn't you? Do you think that had any kind of, bearing on how you play Shrovetide or what you've been able to do?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Obviously, you've got that team game ethic, and the upwards. I can't speak for the Downies, but the upwards have always had that, I think.
Lenny Lyons said that.
Yeah, and I think that's throughout the 90s and 2000s. I think that's what gave us the success we had. But yeah, any sort of team game, you get that team game ethic installed in you, and I think it carries on well into Shrovetide.
So what part of a team ethic do you think is really important as Shrovetide players?
I think it's just. I think it's just helping the guy next to you, your teammate, not being selfish, passing the ball, not being afraid to pass the ball to a friend, or anybody on your side.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing, really.
Yes.
Trust.
Absolutely, trust. Trust is the magic word.
It is indeed. Yeah, absolutely.
Is there any point when you were playing that you could have goaled a ball but didn't?
How long have you got? Yes, a few times, mate, really. A few times. And it's just one of them, I always said Shrovetide is 80% luck. You've got to, all the stars have got to be aligned for you to goal that ball, and you need a hell of a lot of help from a lot of people. Nobody goals a ball on their own. Nobody. It's a massive team effort by everybody. I think the most unluckiest one I had was, I remember being up in Sturston Fields, and Mark Ellaby passed it through the hedge to me, and he said go with it, because I was quite quick then. So I did a couple of fields. Mick Wright come on my shoulder, and he was encouraging me all the way, keep going. I got 2 fields from the goal, and I got wrapped up on a barbed wire fence, and I could not get off. I cut my leg, I had about 6 stitches in my leg, trying to pull myself off it, but I couldn't get off. I could hear the crowd getting closer and closer, so I just chucked the ball to Mick Wright. Mick Wright run towards the goal, obviously. Mick had got his ball then, and it was, he says, I kept looking over his shoulder, praying you was going to come up on my shoulder so I could give it you back. And then I just heard a big roar as I got off the fence. Eventually I just heard a big roar, and obviously to win gold, and I was absolutely devastated.
Do you know the gold in that?
I do, yeah, and that's the last part of the story. But I was devastated, absolutely devastated, because I thought that was my best chance. But when I heard who scored it was Fliss Brown, Alan Brown, so one of my best mates. So that, from being low as low, I went to being dead high and happy for one of my best mates goaling the ball. Because that is what Shrevetide's all about. It isn't all about me goaling the ball or you goaling the ball. You get as much pleasure from seeing one of your best mates goal the ball than goaling the ball yourself. I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. And I've been lucky enough over the years to see a lot of my best mates goal balls, up and down.
Yeah.
Even though I get a bit angry, let's say, when it gets goals down there, but when you hear that A.D. Webb's goaled one, Matt Everington's goaled it, Darren Waring, Steve Bloor, Mark Harrison, great friends of mine. So even though you're disappointed that they've scored, you're dead chuffed, because as soon as the ball's goaled, as far as I'm concerned, the game's over. The game's over. Now let's celebrate, commiserate, celebrate, have a drink together, get our heads together, get ready to go next day. And that's Shrovetide for me.
Yeah.
So what's the greatest feeling? I don't mean about goaling board, but just on a general Shrovetide day, what is the most exciting feeling you have?
Me personally, without a doubt, meeting all 4 of my sons, all ready for Shrovetide, and having that walk from the fire station up to the marketplace with my 4 sons.
Yeah, brilliant. And Archie's touched on the fact that you haven't goaled a ball as yet. Do you still hope one day you'd like to
Absolutely,
goal one?
yeah, absolutely.
You don't count yourself out the running in any
never,
way?
never. I'll
Brilliant.
never give up until the day I cannot walk anymore. I will not give
Said
up.
it like a true Shrovetide.
Yeah, I will never give up.
So if you were to goal a ball, would you have it repainted or would you keep it how it was?
Very much depends on what state it is. I do like the fact that some people like Algie, again, like I said earlier, another great friend of mine that gold. He was in fantastic condition when he gold it. And I like the fact that he's just had little bits touched up on it and kept. But yeah, I probably would have it repainted.
As I can see from your 1917 one, you've not had that repainted, and it's great to see it in its original condition, but it's nice to see that you've had a year put back on it.
Yeah.
So the history isn't lost.
Yeah, with this one, I did actually consider having one side painted.
One side painted.
Just because of the story that goes behind it, other people can see and know the story of the two brothers.
I think this is one of the things Archie has tried to do with these podcasts, is to retain some of the great stories. Speaking of great stories, do you have I know you've told us about being hooked up in the barbed wire, but do you have a good story you can remember from your games past?
Tim, there's team.
One that sticks out in your mind?
Team. But the first decent run I ever got on. I won't actually go into it because I believe he's a future guest of yours, so I'll let him tell the story. But it was Mick Wright's ball, and as a young player, it was the first big run I ever got on, and it was just the feeling when you're with a handful of people and the whole of the town is trying to hunt you down. It's just
must be quite nerve-wracking.
Absolutely,
when you know the
scary,
hunting you down.
Scary, so nerve-wracking. Absolutely, you're absolutely crapping yourself. But there's no feeling like it.
Amazing.
No feeling like it. And I've managed to get away a few times and been hunted down, let's say. And it's just wow. You struggle for words from Shrovetide, really.
Yes, you do.
It's such a
it brings out so much passion.
Game. Passionate game, and real Shrovetide is you've got that passion 12 months a year. You ask most of the wives and girlfriends, as soon as somebody starts to mention Shrovetide when you're out for a drink or having a meal, that's it. They've lost you.
Yeah.
They've lost you for the evening because you just keep talking, and there's no better feeling.
No. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
And like I say, the best feeling in the world is when you're walking up to the marketplace on Shrove Tuesday, and you've got I've got my 4 sons walking up with me, and you're ready to play together.
Like a real family.
And if you're in the hub and you're battling away, and you turn around and you've got your son on your shoulder, and it's
Have you had any violent moments in a hug?
Yeah, there's been 1 or 2, mate. 1 or 2. Look at the nose. Yes, there's been 1 or 2, mate.
I suppose you have to take the knocks, don't you?
You take the knocks, you give them, you take them.
Absolutely.
What I hate, one of my pet hates about Shrovetide sometimes is when you hear people coming back to the pub saying, such and such has done this, such and such has done that. Just shut up and play the game.
It's part of it, isn't it?
We don't want the violent side of it advertised.
No.
Whatever goes on in that hug, or in that field, or in that river, or in that lake, stays there.
And it's age old.
Yeah,
it's the way it's always been played.
Because then it puts a bad name on Shrove.
Absolutely. And then you start getting out of towners wanting to come and have a go because
and
they
don't realise what it's like.
Because they want to scrap. That's all they're coming in for. They want to scrap. Keep the nasty stuff and the violent stuff and the aggressive stuff where it belongs, in that hug, in the game. As soon as it comes out, forget it.
Absolutely.
Have a pint, have a chat about it, and forget it.
So I thought of a good question. So if you were to turn up a ball and you were still playing, after you turned up the ball, would you carry on playing, or would you not carry on playing?
Yeah, I'd definitely carry on playing.
Yeah,
definitely, because I'd want to. Don't get me wrong, it would be a massive honour to turn a Shrovetide ball on. However, what I'd want to do is help a friend or a family member to get the ball up to Thurston and goal it, hopefully. So that as soon as it turned up, my only thought process then would be to help the rest of the teammates to get it to Shrovetide, get it to Thurston.
So in that respect, out of all the years you've played, Bino, who is, and you can just pick one, I think, but if you want to pick more, you can. Who is the best person you've played with and the best person you've played against?
Ooh, that's a toughie. That's a toughie. I can't name one. Can't
think of one particular person, no.
Upwards have played with, magnificent players, Algie, Leach, Callers, Bill Ratcliffe, monster of a man. Dan Naylor, fantastic. Dobbin, brilliant. Leadhead, brilliant. So yeah, but my standout Upward for longevity and being able to read the game has got to be Mick Wright. Mick Wright was always my hero.
Everyone says that.
He was always my hero. He could just sniff that ball out wherever. Amazing athlete.
Yeah. Very good.
Downwards, again, many great players. Darren, Harry, Glory. Running side, you got Webby, Nutty, some really good downward players. But I'd probably have to say, for a 5-year period, the best downward I've ever seen was Nobby Clark, God bless him.
Right, yeah.
Nobby could do everything.
Really?
He could run, he could scrap, he could maul, he'd do his time in the river. Nobby, for a 5-year period, Nobby could do everything.
Oh,
and
brilliant.
It was fantastic.
Very good. Sorely missed as well.
Sorely missed. Massively missed.
So, you have the camera, you've got Shrovetiders and the members of the public watching this back. What message would you give to the Shrovetiders?
Shrovetiders, the message I would give back to you all is adhere to what the committee and the players committee are telling us. They're doing a fantastic job of looking after this game we've got. The game we dearly love. Play it hard, play it safe, look after each other, but enjoy it and respect it. Come on, you Upwards!
There's a town still plays this glorious game, though 'tis but a little spot, and year by year the contest fought from the field that's called Shawcroft. Then friend meets friend in friendly strife, the leather fort again, and they play the game right manfully in snow, sunshine or rain.